Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Lehman from Math with Mrs. Lehman, and I'm at my house right now. I am making this video of compiled questions that you guys started asking a while ago, and I've got, the set of cards here, so I'm going to answer some questions for you today, and hopefully you enjoy it. If not, just skip to the next video. I don't care. It's up to you. It's summer vacation, people. So first of all, before I do this, I want to say thank you so much to the kids that just left 6th grade. You guys have been an awesome group to work with. A lot of hard workers, and I really want to thank you for that. And I enjoyed myself this year, so thank you guys. Hopefully you had some fun. I know 6th grade can be a tough year. There's a lot that you're learning. There's a lot of just stuff going on in your lives in 6th grade, so hang in there, guys. It'll be okay. It will get better, I promise. So you're big 7th graders now. You'll do well as long as you do your homework. All right, so first question: what is your YouTube channel called? Well, if you are watching my YouTube channel, you know that it's called Math with Mrs. Lehman, because I'm Mrs. Lehman and I teach math. Next question: what's your favorite food? Well, my favorite food would probably be cheesecake for dessert, and probably pizza if done well. Oh no, chicken Alfredo. Chicken Alfredo. All right, how much wood could a woodchuck chalk if a woodchuck could chalk wood? Well, when we figure that out, that will unlock all of the secrets of the universe. What's your funniest story about school when you were young? Well, I am not going to share that on my YouTube channel, but there are some pretty embarrassing stories. Yeah. Will you still post videos in the summer? I'm officially on summer vacation right now, kids, so there's your answer. P.S. You should do pranks on your husband. I 100% agree, and it's in the plans. Some questions about Keebs. It says, will Keebs be able to grow a beard? Well, so far this year, Keebs, for the first time after retiring from the EL Fudge Factory, he has decided to grow out his hair. So you've noticed he's been sporting some longer curly hair, and he's been obsessed with Burger King, so he's been wearing around a Burger King crown. So I'm not sure. I'm thinking Keebs seems like he wants to try some new looks for himself, since he's no longer restricted to the dress code of the factory he worked in. So I'm assuming yes, but Keebs will have to give me that answer later. All right, is Keebs scared of anything is the next question. Great question, Ethan. So Keebs, he didn't want me to tell anybody this, but he is afraid of heights. Ironic, since he used to work in the trees, but he's a little afraid of heights. So don't tell him I told you. Why did you become a math teacher? Well, I don't know. It's good. I like it. So I started my career as a special education teacher, and I loved that. That was great, and I really liked the times I was teaching in the classroom, and as much as I loved teaching special ed, I just wanted to have my own elementary classroom, so I made that switch, and I've been very happy with my decision. I think it's a good one, and again, I love special ed. That was great too, but every now and then you need a new challenge, a new change, so that's the path I took, and I'm glad I did. Why do you live in New York? I'm not sure who wrote this question, but I grew up in New York, and my family, extended family, is all pretty much from New York. So even though the weather is usually less than desirable, it's beautiful out today, obviously, but New York's home for me, and I like it. I feel like it's a pretty good state. I like the education system. I haven't lived anywhere else, so I'm sure there are equally lovely places to live, but this is home for me, so this is where I am. Are you going to miss us? Of course. Why ask such a silly question? When did you start with the math wizards? So the math wizards, well, the kids know the story. So that all started, you know, back when I discovered their evil plan. But I didn't really tell kids about the math wizards until probably, I'd say, about 3 years ago. So, yeah. All right, is Keebs your imaginative friend? Okay, so there's imaginary friends that are kind of made up and you just, I don't know all the psychology behind it, but little kids tend to make up fake friends. He is not an imaginary friend. He is, I guess he is an imaginative friend because he's very creative. Imaginative means creative, kids. All right. Have you taught anything other than math? I kind of already answered that question. I used to be a special ed teacher, so yeah, I was doing that for 11 years of my career, so that was pretty exciting. Do you own your own company? And if you do, what is the name of it? Well, no, I don't own my own company, so that's a pretty easy question. How many siblings do you have? So I have a brother and a sister. Does Keebs have a sister or a brother? Well, the elf family tree is quite complex. I haven't talked to Keebs about that, so you'll have to ask him. If you could have dinner with anyone, alive or dead, who would it be? So on a, this was asked by Adriana. On a personal level, I would obviously love to speak and have more time with my grandmother who passed away a few years ago. And as far as anyone who is dead, I mean, that just opens up a world of possibilities. There's so many people throughout history that I would love to, like, get their reasoning and thought process on some of their decisions and, you know, how they became so influential and stuff. Probably on a more selfish level, I would probably like to thank the person who discovered insulin and made that something that could be used to treat diabetes, because obviously if you know me, I am a type 1 diabetic. There's my CGM. All right, so my insulin pump. So yeah, that's, you know, something I've dealt with since I was 11 years old, and if it weren't for somebody over the years, you know, making that discovery, then I wouldn't be here. So, you know, I'd probably want to say, hey, thank you. I want to say his last name was Banting. Pretty sure. I'll have to look that up. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do. So, I could move the camera, but I've got a beagle running around there. And there's a Jack Russell around this place somewhere, probably digging up my lawn. You guys have witnessed that video before from the winter. So I got the 2 dogs, and I have 3 cats. So I have Ferris, and he's kind of obnoxious. And I have 2 other cats. Anyway, I won't get into all that, but yes, I have a lot of pets. Did you ever play a sport? Yes, I did. I used to play tennis, and I used to play volleyball. When I was younger, I played like modified basketball. I played Little League when I was a little kid. So, you know, I like a lot of sports. I just, like, I don't even know, like, if lacrosse was offered, really, when I was in school. I don't think it was. So, yeah, I played a spring and winter sport, and then a fall and winter sport, and then I kind of took the spring off. So, anyway, why are you so awesome? You know, I don't know. What's your favorite cheese? Wow, deep questions here. Connor, my favorite cheese is Munster. If there were 37 cows and 10 got eaten, but the farmer got 37 more cows, how many cows does the farmer have? Unless there's some trick I'm missing here, the farmer would have 64 cows after, you know, you take away the 10 that got eaten. So 64 is my answer. All right, are you a cat or dog person? Apparently both. They both have their interesting quirks, I think. You know, dogs are pretty loyal. cats kind of have a I don't care attitude, which is okay. But they're both very loving, and mine are somewhat attention seeking, but yeah, I like them both, so I can't really answer that. How long have you been teaching? So today I wrapped up my 16th year in education as a teacher. All right. How young were you when you first started teaching? Well, I was fortunate enough to get a job straight out of college, so you can do the math on that. What is your opinion about the 5th graders coming to 6th, and how do you think they'll act? This is from Abby. So 5th graders, well, I'm going to remind you guys, you were 5th graders once too, and they're probably going to act just like you did. All right, I'm sure they'll be fine. I heard they're a real nice group coming up. What's your favorite movie? So my favorite movie of all time is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's about a guy that skips school and goes on some adventures with his friends. So that was my favorite movie from when I was a kid. Why did you decide to become a teacher? I always loved school. I always found it to be a nice place to be. And I always respected my teachers, and when I was a little kid, I used to line up my stuffed animals, and I'd keep a little grade book and like an accounting book that my parents got for me, and so, I'd give my stuffed animals grades on things, and, I think it was just something I always wanted to do, and yeah, so here I am. And another question on this, somebody wants me to do a reaction video. We'll see about that. If you could have any food in the world with nothing telling you otherwise, what would that be? I'm fairly easy to please when it comes to food. I would say cheesecake. It's probably not what you're probably looking for, something exotic and hard to come by, but honestly, chicken nuggets make me happy. I don't know. If you were the last person on earth, oh, that would be terrible, and you had 20 minutes left to live, what would you do? Well, I would say if you were the last person on earth, I would hope you'd enjoy silence, because you wouldn't have anyone to talk to. I'm guessing most things wouldn't be functioning because, we need people to run things, you know what I mean? It's not like you could say, oh, I'd go to McDonald's and get this. Not that that's what I would do, but your options would be pretty limited as far as obviously interacting. My answer, I'm going to say, with 20 minutes left to live, it's a very depressing question, Samaya. I am going to say that I would probably just eat a bunch of garbage I shouldn't eat, and I would probably just relax. You know what I mean? I'd just chill out, because what else are you gonna do? Put your head between your knees and kiss your butt goodbye, I guess. How do you prepare your steak? Well, I don't prepare my steak because I don't cook steaks. I let someone else do that for me, but I would usually order a steak well done. I know, unpopular opinion, but yeah, so yeah, I'm not big on grilling steak. Not that I won't eat it, it's just, chicken's good, I don't care. If you were the only person alive during the zombie apocalypse, why are you guys so negative? What 4 items would you use to survive? Well, my question back to that is, if I'm the only person alive during the zombie apocalypse, no thanks. I think I'd just walk out into the zombies and say I'm done. That's probably a bad attitude, but honestly, accept reality. That's just bad. But if we're talking survivalist, okay, let's hypothetically say I'm a survivalist. Well, I'm type 1 diabetic. I would need insulin if I planned on living for any amount of time. So insulin and the stuff that comes with that, but we'll just count that as one item. You would need water, so you wouldn't want to just bring one bottle. You would need a filter to filter water. So I don't know how the zombie apocalypse started, but assuming it's not some, you know, bacteria or pathogen in the water, I would say, you know, drink the water that you can with a filter. You would need something for protection from the zombies, so that's all I'll say about that. And probably a vehicle. No, vehicle's a bad choice because you'd run out of gas. So a bicycle. I don't think I'd last long. One animal you'd want to own, any in the world. Well, my answer is also not going to be very creative on this one because I really don't have a desire to own anything strange. Like, I don't want fish. I really don't want a bird. I saw a rabbit that was pretty cute. I wouldn't mind a rabbit, but I have dogs and cats, and they're pretty cool, and I like them. And, yeah, so that's good. I think I'd just go with cats and dogs. What's your favorite movie from the 90s? So, the 90s. I would say probably The Lion King. I would say The Lion King. We'll go with that. You guys know I love, you know, Disney stuff. Do you like reptiles? Do I have to live with them? I don't mind them. If they're doing their thing and I'm doing my thing and we don't cohabitate, I'm okay. I don't have any problem with reptiles. Like, I don't care if there's a snake out back. Just don't come into my house. If yes, what's your favorite? A turtle. Because they are cool. And they're about my pace. Nice and slow. Do you still do your YouTube channel over the summer? You're watching it right now, aren't you? So the answer is yes. All right. And if you were, here we go with the survival question. Scarlett, what are you doing to me? If you were stuck on an island and could only bring 3 things, what would you bring? Sunscreen, because I was outside at the cookout for an hour and a half and got a sunburn. No, I would probably bring something to chop wood with, because you need a fire for cooking and that kind of thing. So probably an axe would be good. I'm just going to skip the medicine, because you guys get it. You need medicine. If you're type 1 diabetic, you're not going to live long on an island because there's no pharmacy there to pick up your meds. So I'm going to say, what did I say? An axe. Again, the water filter would be great because you have salt water around you. You can't drink that. And unless there's this random fresh water source, you're going to need some filtration stuff. You know, there are ways around that. But again, that's a different YouTube channel, I'm sure. This is a terrible thing to try to figure out. Ooh, probably a book or you're gonna go insane. Although, didn't Tom Hanks live on an island with just a volleyball? He made it work. There goes a motorcycle. So a boat would be good. Yes. Maybe some flares. I don't know. Yeah. The kids in my reading class that read Lord of the Flies, I'm sure they could come up with a good list. Yeah, not a good sitch. How long would you be teaching for? Well, I got a long way to go, kids, but just finished up year number 17. So that person is definitely not speeding. Anyway, so I want to thank you for watching. You've spent a lot of time watching this video, 19 minutes so far. Anyway, I've got a whole pile of jokes that I'm going to read to you someday soon. So keep tuned. Stay tuned. Keep tuned in. Watch YouTube. That's what a lot of you do. Hey, I'm going to give you some advice though. This summer, try to get outside a little bit. Try to have some fun. Try to relax because you don't have homework. And also, if you have 10-15 minutes a day, even less than that, go on IXL. You guys know your account stuff. Go on there, practice some math, watch some math videos. Next year for 7th grade, you're going to need a lot of algebra. Oh, there goes the cards. You're going to need a lot of algebra stuff. So everything you learned in 6th grade is going to kind of be part of 7th grade plus another step. So you're going to want to review those concepts pretty heavily. All right, so that whole module 1 thing with ratios, rates, proportions, and then also mod 4 with all of the equations and algebraic expressions. Those are all really important for you in 7th grade. So my advice to you is stay on top of things. You'll thank yourself for doing it. But anyway, stay out of trouble, guys. If you think something is not smart to do, don't do it. All right? Anyway, I'm going to see if I can get a quick clip of my dog. Let's see if I can get him over here. Come here, Rooney. Come on. My YouTube people want to say hi. Wait, where are you? There he is. He's trying to say hi. He's pretty cute, isn't he? He's pretty excited too. Yep. Anyway, so that is Rooney. Come here, Wilbur. Come here. Can you see him out there? There's a dog out there somewhere. There he is. Yeah, his level of caring is about negative right now. But if you were a 15-year-old beagle, you wouldn't care either. So anyway, you guys have a great summer. Stay tuned. More to come. Peace.